at the old Kampala taxi park, bus park, I must say there, and of course many people talking about what appears to be the mood across the country. It is subdued as a result of the very harsh economy that has conditioned the lack of money to go up country and celebrate with a greater extended families. Let's now return to studio and take note of the skills for enterprise development, some of the initiatives that are being undertaken by various stakeholders across the country to ensure that communities that are marginalized, disadvantaged and far-flung can also be part of the economic transformation agenda that is being rolled out. The Jitoleze Foundation Uganda, or JIFO, is a non-profit community-based organization operating in Busia Municipality since 2016 and seeks to transform the mindset of the women and youth there through developing various livelihood programs to combat unemployment, as well as offering career guidance to school-going children and the youth. Now that the holidays are on, the young men, women, especially the youth, will be very much attentive to some of the initiatives that are being rolled out. We are joined by Clide Odhiambo, the CEO and founder at the Jitoleze Foundation, to discuss the various interventions and the impact of those particular activities on the beneficiaries. A very warm welcome, Mr. Odhiambo.
Good morning, Brother Chris.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Now, when I hear a community-based organization rolling out a range of initiatives, what is the most profound issue that is affecting communities in Busia and other areas including Bujiri that you work in? But before you actually answer that particular question, when I hear Jitoleze Foundation Uganda, what is that?
Thank you so much, Bwana Chris, and thank you for hosting me for this morning show. My name is Clide Odhiambo, co-founder of Jitoleze Foundation. So I want to give you the most prevailing problems in our area. For example, I was born in an area called Marach, and Marach in Luo means bad. Bad, yeah. Okay. So through the time of growth, going to school, we had a number of bars around, marijuana. So about 4 out of 10 pupils dropped out of school to engage in this criminal act, so marijuana, the drug and whatever. So and some of us would also have fallen a victim. I'm humbled to share this Jitoleze with a friend who now turned a brother, Alex, who is also a co-founder. So for him, he comes from a place called Officers Mess. So you can see Officers Mess, so also the same problem. Yeah. So went to the the same primary school, Marach Primary School, then went to Busia Secondary School, UPE, USE. Of course, from there, I went to and did teacher education primary. Of course, for him, he got a chance, went to A-level, then went to Makerere on a government scholarship. So also from PTC, I went to Chamogo, did some course there, then went to Africa Leadership University on a scholarship too. So we're looking at where we grew up from, and the chance that we got, the opportunity that we got through maybe people pushing us, supporting, guiding us. We're not different from those who dropped out of school to engage into these acts. So we say we didn't have the opportunity. Perhaps those guys, other guys, had more opportunity than us. Okay. And perhaps God blessed us a bit, kind of.
So you're more like giving back and ensuring that those who are disproportionately affected get an opportunity to not go down the drain of drug abuse. How rampant is this when you look at the municipality itself? We've had stories of illicit trade, especially across the border with Kenya. Do the youth find themselves entangled in this? Is it something you're addressing?
Yeah, sure. So just where I stopped from, for us, we could be in class and our fellow youths are passing with the revenue, with the enforcement following them.
Contraband.
So there are a lot of smuggling, and that's what motivated them, even because if they could reach the venue, they would get money. So they're motivated by that money, but they were ending up into these acts, right? So of course smuggling has kind of reduced, but still there. But of course, at our age when growing up, a number of young people dropped out to such engagements. Yeah.
Okay.
So we thought, what do we do for them? We don't have much to give them, because every time we could go back to Busia, we would have give me, tea or what. So like, we can't keep these handouts. So we thought the best way to address this is maybe putting a platform where we can share with them our experiences, push them maybe for skills development, see that they also come out of this, because if you drop out of school and maybe didn't have a favor of maybe good family or what, you end up being kind of poor, you end up being taken by alcohol. By the end, and even if you marry, you end up having a teenage, a family run by young parents, etc. So problems keep persisting. So our platform is just to address this. Go back to the grassroots and talk to these young people, right?
So when you talk to them, you identify them in clusters. I see low-income women, I see the young people, persons with disabilities, children, orphans, and other vulnerable children. What is the skill set or the set of activities that each of these clusters are engaged in? And for the years that you have been able to intervene in these particular communities, what can you say is visible but also impactful?
Oh, thank you so much, Chris. So of course, we always engage the local leaders into having like a session kind of engagement. So from there, we talk to the local leaders to identify for us young people to train, because by the end we also have young people who have a political ideology that any kind of training they should go back with allowances. We're going for this training. Are they going to give us?
That's right.
So even if as NGO programming mobilized for maybe resources like the trainers, maybe breakfast and what, they will also be transport allowance, kind of, which were limited by resources. So what we try to do is talk to the local leaders, LOC1, up to that kind of structure, to identify young people, have approach them for such skill set. So from there we have a kind of 3 days engagement where we call it passion identification. Passion identification. Yes. So young people will be engaged in where they are passionate about. So we have training like hairdressing, tailoring, computer. There's urban garden set up for the women, and maybe teenage mother clusters. We call them household clusters. Then mushroom growing. So young person says, me, I want to do tailoring, me I want to do hairdressing, me I want to do driving, me I want to do mechanics.
That's right.
So he goes where already he feels than telling him do hairdressing, and he's
interested in mechanics. He's being told to go for bricklaying, yet he thinks that he's pretty much good at trading in other things. So you help them actually focus and find their true calling. Okay. Do you offer them funding? For example, if somebody says, me, I would love to begin an enterprise in tailoring and I want to say a design house, do you offer funding for them, or it's simply the skills training and that's it?
No, Chris, I want you to know that in your program we're limited by resources. Even training one person is a problem, right? So if we find 20 people we are training, that's a lot of much money going there. So if you have a partner giving us some funding for this, we don't go into the funding part, but we are still lobbying. We've opened up our doors for the next 5-year strategy of lobbying on how to support these ventures, because we have been looking at training young people to create impact. But now how can we go to creating them from impact to value? Because training them, they have gotten the skill, that is the impact. What now? The value is them starting up this project that you've trained them onto. Yes. So that's why we're moving up to. We have opened up this window, and we think we shall be launching, writing proposals here and there, and also meeting friends who are into, who can support, to let them know that this is what we are doing. Actually, we opened another branch in Bugiri, of late, and we're doing the same programming. If you look at the challenges of Busia, of youth unemployment, and the poverty rate in Bugiri are pretty much the same. So this year, Bugiri District Law Government, I want to thank them, gave us a permit to work there. We've not officially started, but next year, January, we're starting there. So yeah, that's what we're doing, sir.
Now, when you talk about the ability to train in order to empower many of these youth, they could be young men, they could be young women, the government is rolling out a series of programs every single year. We now have what is widely acclaimed to be the magic bullet for the country, the PDM. I do not know whether some of the beneficiaries you encounter have either gone through any of the government programs or not. If they have, what is the level of synergy are you able to feed into what government is doing, or is government able to help leverage and allow you to roll out in places especially where their programs or government programs have not been effective?
Thank you so much, Chris. So the question that I think I didn't respond, I will come into that. The impact of our people we've seen. I don't know if I can first go to PDM.
First, talk about the impact, and then tell us how PDM is helping, or if there is any collaboration between.
Because the PDM will come into actually among the people. Okay. So there is a group we trained. In 2021, we held up a mushroom growing project in the municipality, and we gave this training to 4 groups. So we got funding, and for them they're lucky. We even had the funding for them. We bought for them startup kits, and they started. So we gave 4 groups. And 1 group still exists. We are sorry for the 3. I don't know what happened. But the thing was,
businesses collapse. It's understandable.
Yeah. So this one is called Jitoleze Win Group. It's doing mushroom in Busia, and they are one of the beneficiaries of the PDM. So they continue doing the thing. So when PDM came, we advised them to. But also talk to the local authority that we have these groups, because we keep selling them. Because what we are doing as in a CBO, a local government organization, is non-profit organization, non-government, is to add on to what government has not done. So, but how do we, link up? So after training these people, we couldn't keep supporting them. Yes, we had the first funding for them, but now progress. So they kept on going down, but we kept them pushing them, advising them, offering mentorship. When PDM came, now we advise them to link up with him, and then among the 30 women members of that group, they ably told me that 10 of them got PDM, and they put it back to the project. But also in the trainings we've done, because we have boxing club in Busia, you can see what we're doing. Put youths together, train them. So we had a number of people at out of school, senior 4 leavers, senior 6 leavers, and 2 of them joined Uganda Police Force.
Uganda Police Force.
So we are happy. 2 of them joined politics. We have a youth councillor, we have a woman, I think, they call that a lady councillor. So we have 3 people who joined politics. So the mentorship we gave them supported them to, stand up, speak up, and they voted into leadership. We have a lady whom we trained hairdressing, and she started by buying a goat. She now has 2 cows. We have a young one person called Samuel. He's now a trainer of tailoring. Actually, he's the one we now use for tailoring. We don't train him. But as a success matrix, we now employ him to train others to tailor. So he also even opened up his workshop. So that's what we can say so far. And also on the PDM, I've talked something about that we tell a number of them to engage in government programs, because that's what can help them move. And even the last time I was here, I said that a number of young people, after we train them the skills, the hairdressing, the tailoring, the what. Now, when